Hey guys, CNW6871 here with a layout update for the spring of 2014. So, a little while ago I did my 200th video and I gave you a tour of my layout. Now, if any of you were paying attention, you probably remember at the end I said I plan on doing occasional layout updates, and basically what I'm going to do is I'll do one every season, so this is going to be the one for spring of 2014. So not really much has changed on the layout itself. It's gotten a little messier because I've been doing a little bit of work, but I've been busy with school and finals, but just got out of school today for summer break, so I now should be able to get to work on the layout again. The one thing I did manage to get done was did a little bit of work over spring break, and I put this loading platform in here on the trucking company, and I've got another one that I'm currently building that's gonna extend this platform all the way down to the end of that track. But that's pretty much all that's happened on the layout itself, but I've also got a couple of projects I'm working on. So this is one project I've got floating around in my head. This right here is an Athearn blue box, and when I say blue box, I mean the really, really old ones from back in the 90s. This is a Athearn Blue Box SD40-2 dummy locomotive number 6935, and as you can see, it's well, back when this was made in the 90s, I mean, yeah, it was alright, but well, this is 2014. This locomotive is almost 20 years old. Like I said, this is a dummy locomotive, but this project that I have in mind for it, that's going to change. Right behind it here, I've got my Kato Burlington Northern SD40-2, number 6770. This is a beautiful locomotive, but the problem is it doesn't exactly fit in with my era. And what I mean by that is that, as you can see there on the front, the locomotive has ditch lights. And, well, the BN never had ditch lights on their 40s or any of your locomotives, with the notable exception of the 70 Max and the 60Ms. So basically, what I plan on doing with these two locomotives is I'm going to take the shell off the BN SD40-2 and replace with the shell on the CNW locomotive. However, that's not all, because the CNW locomotive, there's a few things missing from it. Obviously, it doesn't have camera's not wanting to focus, I'm sorry about that. The numbered blades, well, there are none on the front. And also, you'll notice on the nose, there's no gong bell, and that's a problem, because CNW SD40-2s have that. And I'll give you an example here. There's CNW 6871, the loco I named my channel after. This is an Athearn Ready to Roll SD40-2. A bit more modern, but this one does have the gong bell. So does my Kato 40 right there, although that was a custom job that didn't originally come with that. And so does 6876, my other Athearn RTR SD40-2 back there, along with a couple of other locomotives. But anyway, what I'm going to have to end up doing is going to cut a little notch out of a nose, right here, sorry about that, right here. And unfortunately that means the ball and bar logo here on the front is going to have to come off, but I do have some CNW decals that I can use to get that fixed. Also, that means this the handbrake there on the side is going to have to come out, and also I'm going to need to put some numbers there on the back. But real quick, something special about this locomotive. The CNW owned 135 SD40-2s. They were number 6801 through 6935. So this guy right here was last SD40-2 bought by the Chicago and Northwestern Railway. Now the SD40-2 is my personal favorite locomotive. And of course, the Chicago Northwestern was obviously the most awesome railroad ever, so why? So a C&W 40 is clearly the best locomotive that's ever existed. And I want to try and get more of these SD40-2s. I've got 3 already in C&W paint, but you know what? That's not enough for me. And unfortunately, there aren't too many models of C&W SD40-2s that are in my price range, because I don't really have money to just go out and spend $100 on a new SD40-2. That's how much the 6871 costed. I just happened to have a little bit of spare cash on me, so I was able to buy that. The other 2 I was able to get for a discounted price. But I don't have the money to go out and buy one right now. And I have nowhere near the money to buy the Broadway Limited version. And unfortunately, Kato did make a C&W SD40-2 recently, but it's only an N scale. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I was a little bummed about that. But anyway, I'm going to try and turn this one into a running model and decal it up a little bit. And before any of you guys get worried, I did check the frame measurements, and they do match. So that's that project, and I've got one more. So the other project that I've got floating around in my head right now is this Chicago Northwestern SD45. Before I get into this, a little history lesson on this locomotive. This was originally a Pennsylvania Railroad locomotive, and then it became Penn Central and Conrail. And then in the mid-1980s, Conrail was looking to downsize on their fleet, so they sold about 200 of these SD45s off to the CNW. And they were in the 64 and 6500 range for number class. And this particular one, 6544, actually made it all the way up until the UP days, and then it was rebuilt. And if my memory is serving me correct, this is still on the road as an SD40M-2. I believe it's a CEFX leaser now. UP recently sold off the whole SD40M-2 fleet. But getting back to this, what I plan on doing is taking a Tsunami decoder and putting it in this Kato locomotive. I want to be able to do this. This is an older Kato engine, but if it doesn't work on this locomotive, Kato does still make this model. This is probably the longest running C&W locomotive that Kato has produced. And other than that, one other little change I have to make is they're on the nose. No gong bell. The 45s had the gong bell as well. So I don't know if I'm going to do that to this locomotive, but I'm strongly thinking about it. But that's it for this layout update, guys. I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring you more stuff for this, but school's been killing me recently. Thankfully that's all over now, so I can hopefully get a little more work done on the layout, and I'll see you later. Bye.